Hi everyone. I thought as we're not able to do sessions as normal, I'd do you an Easter Crafternoon and you can join me in the craft room in my house. Now, let me see. This is what we're going to be making today. Just an egg mobile that can go in your window to brighten up your day. Very easy, not many materials and quite easy to make. So I'll just show you what you need. You'll need some form of glue. You can use PVA or you can use a glue stick, whatever you have at hand. You'll need some scissors. You will need some paper. Now it can just be plain paper if you like, or if you happen to have any coloured paper, that would be just as good. I happen to have quite a lot of coloured paper here, but I will show how you can make it out of plain paper as well. You may need a piece of card, some felt tips, maybe a ruler, and then you'll need some thread. It can either be cotton thread, or if you happen to have some ribbon, or I've got some different kind of twine here that I'm going to use to just hang it from. But actually the egg will sit up, although mine doesn't want to particularly, but I think if you're better at making it than I am, it will sit up on its own. And of course you can always bring your cup of tea, but keep it well out of the way, otherwise we might end up with a very soggy mobile. So let me give you some ideas about how we can go about making it. Oh, also need a pen. Okay, so you just have to pretend that we're at Nansa in the craft room, all right? Make sure you're comfortable, make sure you've got a nice seat to sit on and all your bits and pieces around you. Okay, so you have two options to begin with. We need to make an egg shape. So if you happen to have some card in your home or your house, wherever you're living, then that's quite good because it can make a template. But please do remember that card can carry the coronavirus. So if it's come in from outside, you need to put it aside for 72 hours before using it, just to be safe, okay, in these times. So I then, with my pen, freehanded an egg shape. It's a bit of an odd shape, an egg shape, but you need to try and make it as symmetrical as possible so that when it's folded in half, the two sides are the same shape. If you're not very confident about that, you could find something round. I found sort of a small sellotape, and you could use that as the bottom of your egg. I'm just drawing round it with my pen, just about 3/4 of the way up, and then I've taken my sellotape off and just round it into a sort of egg shape. Okay, good enough, good enough. Okay, so you'll need to cut out, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4 egg shapes, I think it is, although you can make it with as many egg shapes as you like, but 4's about the smallest number. Actually it's 1, 2, 3, 4, it's actually 5. You know me, I get it wrong sometimes. So anyway, when you cut out your egg shapes from your template using your scissors, okay, like that, all the way round. Don't forget you can move the paper to make it a little bit easier to cut rather than trying to go around all those funny angles. All right, so just cut it out of whatever paper you're using. All right, hope you're all having a good time at home, finding lots to do. Keep yourselves busy, not eating too much, and you know, maybe cooking, that would be nice. So if you're going to use plain paper, okay, of course you can use some felt tips to colour it in and make it look patterned, make it look like an Easter egg, okay? So no worries if you haven't got coloured paper or patterned paper. And if you like, you can make big ones. If it's easier to make a big shape than it is to make the small ones, you can use big ones, but I'm making small ones today, okay? So the first thing you need to do is take your first egg shape and fold it in half, lengthways. I'll show you in a minute. We'll have a funny mobile if we do it the other way, but like that, okay? So I've folded it so it's half of the egg shape. It's looking like that, all right? So it opens up like that, and you can begin to see that that's the shape that is, okay? So I want you to do that with all of your pieces of paper. Okay, so all of the egg shapes, just fold them neatly in half, give them a bit of a nice run down the middle so that they're nice and neatly folded in half. So that's 3, if my counting's right. That's 4, and that's 5, and as I said 5, so I'll just do 5. Okay, so that's all our pieces ready. Okay, so now what we have to do is one by one we glue just one side together. Okay, so you only need to put glue down one side. Move that out of the way so you can see. I'm not used to doing these video calls, getting better at them all the time though. Right, so you go one side, all right, like that. Okay, so you just got one side, and then you take your next piece and stick it to that one side. Okay, so you've now got something that looks like that. All right. Okay, so you take your next piece and just glue one side. Okay, and you glue that to the next piece along. Okay, so it's like that. Okay, so you could stop there if you wanted to and just have one that size. But I'm going to keep going because I've cut the shapes out, all right? So I'm going to have a, you might need to think about which side of the paper you want to have showing. Okay, so another one. There we go. And I've got one more piece left, so I'm going to use up that piece. I'm just going to glue down one side. Okay. And before I put this piece on, that goes there, trying to work out where it was. So, sorry, not before I put this piece on. I'm going to put that piece on first. Not quite got it on right there. Okay, got it on right now. Okay. So, that last piece, I'm going to just fold it flat a minute. And I'm going to run my piece of, oops, that's not a very long piece. I think I need a longer piece than that. I'm going to run my, whatever it is, in this case it's a piece of thread I'm using, or twine, not quite twine. No. I'm going to put some glue along that last fold, and I'm going to run my twine along there. You might need to hold it down for a little while. You could do it with sellotape if you wanted to, if you didn't mind if the sellotape showed. Okay. Alright, so I'm opening out my egg again. There we go. And now you've got your piece of thread there as well to hang it by. If you're very clever, you can put the thread in the middle, but I didn't do that this time. Not working quite as well if I don't do it, but I think it's okay. It's just not very stuck at the moment. There we go. Just open out your egg into the right sections. There we go. And there you go. You've got an egg to hang in your window. This is another one that I've done. I used a piece of cotton with this one, so it doesn't show so much, but whichever. And you could hang them at different heights, or you could even put more than one on a string so that they're like that. And then maybe, if you can, pop it in your window. Give someone a nice thing to look at to brighten their day as they're going on their exercise for the day. So there you go. I hope you're not too stuck up with glue, and I hope you've had fun doing it. And hopefully I'll see you soon. Bye.